Good day everyone, it's Caitlin, and we're going to continue appliquing the wedding quilt this month. Yeah, I haven't touched it at all. I mean, I brought it to the event, I had great intentions on working on it, but none of us got our clothes done, so we just spent this whole weekend sewing the clothes we were supposed to be wearing that weekend. And wearing wrappers. So this didn't get done, which is fine. We'll just work on it a little bit more this month. So I figured, since we already have part of it pinned, I think we'll go ahead and sew the applique that we did last month, that we pinned last month, so you can actually see it being sewn. And that'll be this month's video. And hopefully next month we can get to binding it. Hopefully. Let's do a little bit of sewing, shall we? So I was at an event this weekend. So on the corner, I haven't touched it before this event this weekend. I had not touched this project since we pinned everything. It's been kind of crazy. It's been kind of a crazy month. But I got all the green you can see. We're about a quarter of what we pinned. And then I got a lot of the red done too. So that was just a couple hours worth of work. But I have some more of the red pinned that we can go ahead and sew on. And again, this is basically the exact same of what we did last month. It's just little whip stitches. Try to get this to work. And I think the only thing that's on the border that's not in the regular medallions that I showed you how to sew last time would be the little heart-shaped ones. And it's going over the exact same thing, so it's not any different stitch or anything. It's just going over in a heart shape instead of, you know, a teardrop shape. I have found that it's easier to do all of the red leaves first, or buds. They're not leaves, they're buds. So all the teardrop leaf shaped red pieces first, then do all of the green, like all of it, all the green, and then do the other red parts like the big flowers and the heart-shaped ones, because they overlay on top of the green. So you have to sew the green first to get to them. But with like these buds, they go underneath the green. So you have to sew them first and then sew the green and then do the flowers and hearts. And I just call them the heart-shaped pieces because they're not the flowers and they're not buds. They're like the in-between phase, I suppose. I will say, with the rate of me actually doing things on this project, this may be the whole year of long-term projects. It's just this dang quilt. Although I'm almost ready to set the loom up, and I'd like to get to, you know, weaving some coverlets, especially one for reenacting, because the only coverlet I have for reenacting right now is a twin size, which works great for campaigning. It does not work at events where we're both sleeping in the same bed. So I'd like a larger size coverlet, and I'm going to do it in the same colors as this quilt. At least the red. I may choose a couple different colors other than the green and the white. I might do like that brown color that's usually seen in coverlets, then like a muted green and a red. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't quite decided all the details, but I would like to get to that. My goal is to basically have all of my reenacting bedding match. So once we have a family down the road, everyone has their own colors of bedding, and that way it's a lot easier to tell whose is whose and what sizes things are. Because of course our stuff will be bigger because there's 2 of us sleeping in that bed. Right, let's go ahead and do this little heart bit. Would have liked to probably get this done first. I don't poke myself, but I want to show y'all how I sewed this together. Although again, it's the exact same thing. Because that's a point I snipped down there. Just makes things a little bit easier. I'm going to put this blanket off and pull my skirt up so I don't pin well, I don't pin anything to like the blanket or my skirt. There we go. The curves are a little bit hard to handle, but they're not bad. All right, I'm trying to get myself to not be poked right here as I stitch this other half. I think we'll do some green as well, just to kind of show it. Although it's not any different than, you know, last month's video. And then we may be done for the month, because this video does need to go out. And I'll spend the rest of the month trying to get all the applique done. But if not, I'll just send you an update and say, hey, we're still working on it. There's a pretty little flower. I think I can now work on, because I can't do this flower yet, we can do all this green and red here. So I think I'm going to start with doing these 2 reds, and I'll come back, we'll do this green portion and be done with this month. Alright, we're going to get this green part done, and I'll have half of what we marked last month done. So I'll have 1/8 of the border done after today. Look at all the sewing pins I've liberated. These can go back on the plate. Alright, I'll try to set all the corners so you can kind of see a little bit more of it. Alright, I don't know if this is the best angle, but I don't have a place to lay out the whole quilt right now, so this is as good as we're going to get. So you can see the edging that we have done. So no pins, it looks nice and neat. So I got from the corner all the way to the halfway point done. I didn't do that little bit right there. That's still pinned on because I can't sew this on until I have the vine that's coming out this way in. So that had to stay undone. Other than that, you see that side's all still pinned in. And I still have the 6 medallions done out of the 9. So 2/3 of the medallions done and 1/8 of the border. I don't know what percentage of the quilt that is. I could do the math and I don't feel like it. But I do need to start thinking about is as I'm doing this, how am I going to do the quilting portion of this? Because around the border, around the medallions, it's going to be easy. I'll just go around all the, shapes. But but there's quite a bit of empty space. Like, do I quilt in here? And if so, what do I do? Between all the medallions, there's a good bit of space here. What do I do for quilting? Because that's a decent sized little space. Do I just do one of these shapes and just do it right here in the middle? I could almost invert one of these medallions. And let's see. Take these little buds with the leaves, turn them the other direction so that they're coming out this direction. The buds are all pointing out. But instead of actually doing, the green and red, just do it in quilting right here, because that would take up about that much space, I suppose. I really can't tell a lot of detail on the original. I really can't tell that much detail on the original, so I don't know what they were doing, but I have some decent space to play with, so if anyone has any ideas, I'll gladly take them. But we still got a ways to go, so I'm going to continue quilting on this month. Hopefully next month be ready to, cut batting and the backing and all that. I don't know if I will be. I may need another month or 2 of working on this, which is fine. I can always, the video schedule's not set in stone. I can always mess around with it. But again, I would like to get other projects too. So I'm just always working on this because it seems to me like I've been working on this for a while, but that's because I started it almost 2 years ago. I just haven't actually worked on it. It's just been sitting in a pile of things to do. And we're finally actually getting it done. But it just feels like one of those never-ending projects. But I'll be so happy with it when it's done because it's going to look really, really nice. But if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell notification so you're notified anytime I upload a new video. And as always, have a fantastic week. I'll see you back here in the next one.